Hi class, I hope you're doing well. I'm so excited because today I got a package in the mail and I'm going to show you what it is at the end when I'm done reading here. I'm going to give you a little hint of what it is. A Box Full of Kittens by Sonia Manzano, illustrated by Matt Phelan. You never know when something wonderful will happen. I should know. I'm Ruthie, and something wonderful once happened to me. It was a regular old day. My poppy had just fixed the antenna on the television set, so I could finish watching my favorite show, Superman. I love Superman. I wish I could be Superman. If I were Superman, I could save kittens that got stuck on rooftops in a single bound. I could. Ruthie. It was my mommy interrupting my thoughts. I've got a job for you. Your aunt, Juanita, is going to have her baby very soon, and she'd like some company. Why don't you go spend the day with her in case she needs anything? But I have to see what happens to Superman, I said. Don't worry, said my brother Willie. He'll be okay. He has to be back for next week's show. Haha. Willie thought he was a comedian. A comedian is someone who tells jokes. Why can't Willie stay with her? I asked. Then it hit me. If I were the one to get help for Aunt Juanita, I would be a hero, just like Superman. Never mind, I hollered before Willie had a chance to answer. I'll stay with Aunt Juanita. Mommy asked me first. I flew out the door, down the steps, 2 at a time, past Don Felix's bodega, that's a little market, like a little grocery store down the street in the city, past the man who sold coquito ices, that's the ice cream shop, past the piaquero who sold snow cones, it's a little cart who sells snow cones on the street, into Aunt Juanita's building, up the steps 3 at a time, and finally leaped into Aunt Juanita's kitchen. Is it time for the baby to come? Should I get help? I asked my aunt. Not yet, she said, struggling to kiss me over her big belly. She looked as if she had swallowed a beach ball. But could you get me a cherry piragua with extra syrup? So a cherry snow cone. I really feel like having one. She handed me some money from her purse. I grabbed the money, flew out the door, down the steps 4 at a time, out onto the street, and ran to the piraquero. I need a cherry piragua with extra syrup, quick! I gave him the money, grabbed the piragua, ran back into Aunt Juanita's building, flew up the steps 5 at a time, and leaped into Aunt Juanita's kitchen. Well, I asked, handing her the cone, is the baby coming? Do you feel it's time? Should I get help? No, she said, between slurps of piragua. I don't feel the baby coming, but I do feel that after I eat this piragua, I'm going to want a coquito. Could you take some money from the coffee can on the shelf and get me one? Extra large? I got the money, flew out the door, down the steps, 6 at a time, out onto the street, past the piraquero, and up to the coquito vendor. Can I have an extra large coquito? Quick! I gave him the money, grabbed the coquito, ran back into my aunt's building, flew up the steps 7 at a time, and landed in Aunt Juanita's kitchen in a single bound. How about now? I panted, completely out of breath. Do you think the baby is coming? Do you feel it's time? Should I get help? No, she said, biting into the coquito. I don't feel the baby coming, but I am beginning to feel hungry for real food. Could you go to the bodega and get me a piece of queso blanco and pasta de guayaba to go with it? That means white cheese and guava paste in Spanish, in case you didn't know. Tell Don Felix I'll pay him later. I got to Don Felix's store faster than the speed of light. Could I have a... But before I could finish, he said, Ruthie, you'll never guess. Huh? What? Guess? I can't. I'm in a hurry, I said. Could I have a... You'll never believe what I have right here, he said, disappearing behind the counter.
Squeal.
What? But there's a baby, I began. Not just one, but 3, he said. Huh? He stood up, holding a big box. Take a look. Take a look. You'll love it. I can't. I need a piece of... Don Felix opened the lid. Look. I looked. Inside the box were kittens. 3 kittens. I love kittens. I love, 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 love kittens. And here were 3 tiny meowing kittens. These were almost just born, said Don Felix. I'd been waiting for you to come by. I knew you'd want to see them. They're beautiful, I said. I couldn't believe my eyes. I knew you'd love them, he said. Why don't you take them outside for some fresh air? I hugged the box and went out to the sidewalk. The kittens made the tiniest sound I almost couldn't hear unless I got really close. I put the box on the sidewalk and looked into it. There was a peppy kitten, a mysterious kitten, and a sleepy kitten. I couldn't decide which one to pick up first. I went to pick up the peppy kitten, but the mysterious kitten gave me such a look. I started to pick her up instead, but then I didn't want the sleepy one to feel left out, so I decided to pick them all up at the same time. That made one climb up onto the top of my head, one crawl up onto my shoulder, and one curl up right inside the crook of my elbow. Then I heard my Aunt Juanita yelling something to me from her 3rd floor window. Yes, I know, I whispered back loudly. I didn't want to disturb the kittens. These are the cutest kittens in the world. Then my aunt yelled something else. Okay, I said, waving to her. Boy, she must really be hungry, I thought. Be right there. Of course, all that yelling upset the kittens. It made the sleepy one snuggle into my neck, the peppy one jump back into the box, and the mysterious one try to run away. It was a good thing Officer Vic was coming up the sidewalk because he was able to catch her for me. Thank you, Officer Vic. You're just in time to see these beautiful kittens. Very nice, he said, handing the mysterious kitten back to me. But just as I was about to ask him which kitten he liked best, he started talking into his walkie-talkie and running into Aunt Juanita's building. Suddenly, there was a loud noise, and all the kittens tried to climb onto my head. Don't worry, kittens, I whispered. It's just a siren. You'll hear a lot of those in this city. There's nothing to be afraid of. I tried to calm them down by petting them all at the same time, which is impossible, in case you didn't know, because they kept swarming around. Then I saw my father coming down the street. He was walking awfully fast. Hey, Papi, I whispered importantly. Look at these kittens. Espérate, he said. Wait, I thought. Wait for what? I held the mysterious-looking kitten up into the air to show Papi, but he ran toward Aunt Juanita's building. That's when I noticed my aunt being helped into an ambulance by Officer Vic. The 3 kittens stared at me, and I stared at the ambulance. Said my Papi as he walked back toward me, It's a good thing Officer Vic was around to help your aunt. Help my aunt? I said. She's about to have her baby, he answered. Now? I asked him. Very soon, he said. I stared at the ambulance as it pulled away from the curb. Hey, what have you got there? He asked. Nothing, I said. Just some old kittens. They're Don Felix's. Well, give them back, and let's go tell your mother that by tonight there'll be a new member of the family. I dragged myself up the stairs one step at a time. A few days later, I was watching television, not Superman, when my mommy said it was time to visit Aunt Juanita and her new baby named Grace. Great, said my brother. Hey, Ruthie,
Mama!
what's the difference between a baby and a leaky faucet?
Mama!
Before I could answer, he said, you can turn off a faucet. Get it? Ha ha ha. And before I had the chance not to laugh, my mother asked, why the long face, Ruthie? Honestly, let's go. We got to Aunt Juanita's apartment along with the rest of the neighborhood. The party started immediately. My father searched for a good Spanish station on the radio. My mother made coffee and served the cake. Officer Vic smiled at everything everybody said, even though I could tell he didn't understand much Spanish. Don Felix brought a whole salami. I hadn't brought anything. Besides, everyone was making such a fuss that I couldn't even get near baby Grace. I was just about to give up and go downstairs when I heard my Aunt Juanita say, I swear it was that coquita Ruthie brought me that made this baby finally come. I knew it was something you ate, said my aunt's husband Frank. Something's never changed, said my great uncle. Why, I remember my wife just had to chew on a piece of sugar cane right before she had our first son. I remember your great aunt Isabella begging for coconut milk right before she gave birth, added my other great uncle. And if you don't think it's hard climbing a palm tree in the middle of the night, think again. Everybody laughed but me. Well, it was a good thing Ruthie was around, Aunt Juanita declared. She really saved the day. Ruthie, since you were so helpful with your super fast deliveries, you should be the first to hold the baby. Everybody said, yes, of course, and stepped aside to let me through. My aunt put the baby in my arms and showed me how to hold her, so her head wouldn't fall back. Grace's eyes were shut, but her hands fluttered a little as she got comfortable. She had the prettiest, newest fingers I had ever seen. Hello, Grace, I said. She opened her eyes. Everyone gasped and stood on their tiptoes to get a better look. Then everyone sighed and settled down as she closed them again. Then Grace made the tiniest sound that I almost couldn't hear unless I got really close, which I did, because I knew she only wanted to hear me. And I finally felt super. The end. I hope you enjoyed that book, boys and girls. I know I learned a few words that I didn't know before reading the book, the Spanish words. And this picture right here is a picture of the new book I'm going to be reading tomorrow. It got a lot of good reviews from other teachers, so I wanted to see what it was all about, and I'll read that one for you tomorrow. Have a great day, guys. Miss you.